So today we'll talk about the end-to-end Jenkins CI/CD pipeline. So this is going to be cover minimum 3 to 4 uh, technologies. Okay. Before that, what we can do? So before coming to that, the theory or the presentation, I'll just create an EC2 machine with Jenkins installation, EKS cluster, everything. Let it. Okay. So before going to installation everything, I am going to go through that uh, how I am going to set up the Jenkins CI/CD pipeline for the application, right? So if you have any questions in the middle of the presentation, let me know because this is very important topic today. So you should know this the steps, everything, how I'm going to do it. Okay. Any questions? Or
Okay,
can I
sir.
start it? Yeah. So the agenda is today's Jenkins installation from scratch. I'm going to do it, and Node.js application again. I'm going to deploy it manually, and GitHub integration with SSH keys, and we are going to Sonar Cube code quality analysis. Also, we are going to build it. I mean integrations, Docker image, how to build it, and how we can able to push the ECR repo, and how do we deploy onto the EKS deployment. And we'll talk about finally security and monitoring for the best practice. So we are going to install the plugins. These are all the plugins. I'm going to install it on the server and installations. So for the Node.js, so I'm going to update the Node.js uh, environment installation. Everything I'll install it on the server also. And these are all the frameworks and installation of the project, what is the port number, everything I'm going to do it in the locally, and I'm going to integrate with SSH key to integration to authentication purpose. And so I'm going to install the Docker, okay, so that we can able to run the uh, Sonar Cube containers and all the pre-requirement. I need to install the AWS CLI, kubectl, EKS CTL, Docker, Trivi for the vulnerability scanning. These are all the tools I'm going to install it. And so set up the Docker and running the Sonar Cube quality. That is also I'm going to do it. Pipeline configurations. Oh, normally I'm going to create the pipeline job, and we'll do it how we can able to read the pipeline also. Finally, we are going to check this pipeline stages. So first we are going to clone the GitHub repo. We are going to install the npm and we will test it out. Sonar Cube, it is going to be analyze your code, and we are going to build it using the Docker image, using scan Trivi. It is going to be scan vulnerability everything, and finally it will deploy onto the your EKS cluster. So this is the entire your CA/CD pipeline. I'm going to build it. Any questions till now?
Sir, that Sonar Cube,
Is a Sonar Cube is a code. Okay, if there is any the developer, if there is any issues in the code, if they are written wrong or there is any bug, this Sonar Cube it is going to be check and it will give the output. There is a issue with the code, you need to modify it. That is what Sonar Cube it will do.
okay, sir.
Yeah. And So we are going to write a Docker file also. And security, so we're going to use a 3V as a image scannings. If there is a vulnerability, it will detect it. And finally, AWS ECR setup for the account. So I'm going to create the repo also. So earlier we are using a Docker hub, right? So we are not going to use Docker hub because Docker hub is locally if you wanted to use it. If you are enterprises, you need to use a ECR from the AWS, ECR from the Azure. Okay. And finally, we are going to deploy into the EKS clusters. Okay. So these are all the commands I'm going to use it to create the clusters, everything, and deploy to the Kubernetes. So I'm going to write a Kubernetes YAML file, the deployment manifest file that is going to be uh, how we can able to expose it, right? We are already seen it how a Node.js application is running local, right? So if you deploy it onto the Kubernetes, how it is working, so how we can able to access it. That is I'm going to show it to you. So this is the pipeline execution flow, source code checkout, and dependency all it will install it, unit test, code quality, and Docker build, security scan, push to your ECR repo, and deploy into the EKS cluster. This is the execution of the flow, and you can say that this is a pipeline for your CI/CD. Finally, these are all the environment I'm going to set up in the pipeline. So no need any confusion. So that is why I'm going to easy way I've written the environment and security best practice. So I'm going to use a pipeline security for the search key, Jenkins credential manager, and container images for the vulnerability, and perform the Sonar code quality analysis. So I'm going to use a load balancer for the managed network. So post deployment, we are going to verify that pods are running, logs are generating, deployments, service endpoint. Okay, these are the things we'll check in the monitoring. So this is the again the complete pipeline steps. Check out, install, test, SonarQube, Docker build, Trevi scan, push to if easier, and deploy the EKS. Okay. So this is a complete pipeline for your CI/CD. Any questions? So this is very important on this Jenkins. So you need to more focus on this complete because this is the interview questions. Without this, you cannot crack the interview.
Okay.
So the tools I'm going to use it Jenkins, GitHub, SonarQube, Docker, Trevi, and EKS. So that is the entire pipeline tools and technologies I'm going to use it. Okay. So let's start from the scratch. I'm going to repeat it everything because the entire setup you should know. That is why. Okay. Make sure that you need to practice it very carefully. So follow the documentation and installation steps also. So I'm going to just install the Java now. Then I will install the Jenkins. So I have already the notes, everything. So you need to just go through the notes first and try to do the answer. So while doing the steps, don't forget it. Step by step, you can follow it. If you are skipped one skip also, you are not able to do anything. Make sure that proper steps you can go it. So I'll get the password here. I'll paste it here and continue. So in the meantime, so we need to give the access to Jenkins user. So for that, I'm going to use sudo vi sudo. I'll edit this file. So for my Jenkins user, I'm going to give the access here. You need to do it, otherwise, again, it will failure. Okay. And exit and save it. If you are not added this Jenkins user, automatically the pipeline will failure. So I'm going to skip it, save and finish, start using. So once you have added the users to sudo group, restart it. Just refresh the page. We'll able to connect it after restart the Jenkins. And use the same again password to log into your Jenkins. Refresh it here. It will ask the default username is admin and password. You will see it in the dash in the command line interface. Just clear it here. Then just do it sudo su hyphen Jenkins. You need to switch to here present working directory. You are in the slash where slash lib and Jenkins. This is a home path of your Jenkins. Make it ls. You will see all the related to your Jenkins. Okay. So now let's try to install the Node.js. Let's install the Node.js. Now I'm going to install the PM2 to run this application in the background. Let me check that the version is installed. Yes, the version is installed. Let me check the Node.js also and as well as npm both. Okay, both the version is completed. So let me create the directory for the application. I'll just create a directory. I'll go inside that directory. So if you're able to see it, there is nothing. Now I will initialize the Node.js project so that this will be create the package.json. Just make it ls so you will able to see it here. Then, so we need to install the web server framework. So I'm going to use a framework for Express. Now make it so you will able to see another two folders. One is for node modules and package.logs. Now I need to create a one more file called app.js nano. So once you saved it, just try to run it locally. The application is working or not, you will get to know. So I'm going to run it 3000, right? Just verify it. So your application is working fine, right? So let me exit from here. Okay. So this we got to know that there is an application is running, right? Now let's create the EKS cluster, right? So I'm going to install the some pre-requirement to install the uh, CLI, right? So let me go to cd dot dot. Let me go back one step. I'll install it here. So I'm going to execute this command. This command, what it will do? It will install the AWS CLI command. And in the meantime, so I'm going to attach the role because if you wanted to create the EKS cluster, you should have access, right? So I'm going to attach this role. So this role, it is having a administrator access so that anything can able to do it. Okay, let me show it to you the role. No need to use your AWS access key secret key, right? So you can attach, you need to create it your own. While you are doing the practice, you create any role, okay? And you need to attach this administrator access, okay? Then the same role you can attach it to the instance so that for your instance, you'll get the full access. Till now, any questions
No, sir. This is an installation.
of AWS CLI?
Yes, sir.
You need to practice this at least 3 times for this project. Then you can explain to the interviewer saying that, so I have built the Node.js application for the CI/CD setup. These are all the components used, and this is how I have deployed it. That is what you need to tell. Okay. Now let me get the password first. Before that, Mm, okay, sorry, not this one. To get the password, Jenkins. In the meantime, let's install the kubectl also. Let's install EKSCTL installation. Okay, once it is done, Let's create the EKS cluster. So to create the EKS cluster, it will take minimum 10 to 15 minutes. So let's run it. Okay, it is saying already exists. Okay, let's go and delete the cloud formation. Let's wait till the deletion. In the meantime, let's go to Jenkins, and where is the documentation, installation, and Linux, Debian. Let's get the password first. And let's try to install the some plugins. In the meantime, go to plugins. So as per the documentation, we need to install some of the plugins. So I'll just type it GitHub. Okay, it is already there. If there is no GitHub pipeline other than Node.js, okay, and SonarQube. So you need to select the SonarQube scanner mandate, okay, and try to install it. This will take some time. In the meantime, let's check this is deleted. So let it delete. In the meantime, what we can do, let's install the Docker. So why we are installing the Docker means to run the container. So which container we are going to run it? We are going to use SonarQube. So let's run it. Let it delete this cluster. Now let me give the access to the user. Let me restart the Jenkins once. Hey, this is taking too much time. Okay. Now let's try to run the SonarQube container. And maybe this is going to be refreshed after installation. It will ask for the password because we have restarted the agent Jenkins, right? Let's wait. Okay. Now Docker ps-a. Okay, let's refresh it. So we are given the permission, right? So you need to restart. You need to just refresh it. Once you are given the access to the Docker, just refresh the page. Sudo Jenkins Docker ps-a. So your Sonar Cube, it is up and running. So what is the number? What is the port number to access? 9000, right? Let's me intro it. In the meantime, let's get the Jenkins password also. Okay. So still it is deleting, right? So what we can do, let's create the EKS cluster using the different name. Okay. Now I'm going to create the cluster name called my cluster one. Okay. This is what I'm going to change it so that this will create a one more cluster. Let it create it. Okay. So in the meantime, so we have uh, created a container, right? So just duplicate this page and make it 9090. Okay. So this is our SonarQube dashboard. Let's wait for, oh, sorry, not 9090, 9000, right? Yeah. So the default username is admin. So I'll just mention it admin at 123. So here there is a project, right? So when we create a CACD project, so we are able to see the project name automatically it will come. So in the meantime, what we can do to integrate with your SonarQube to your Jenkins, okay, we need to create the token. Just go to my account. There is a security and select the name called token. So using username and password, we are not going to use it username password. We are going to use it generate the token to get the token ID. Okay. So this will be 30 days. If you want, you can also extend to till no expiration also. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, first thing, we will go to settings. So let's configure the Node.js first, right? Just go to tools and come down below. Are you able to see there is a Node.js? Just select it and type it Node 24. I'm going to use a 24 version. Okay, that is the reason I selected Node 24 identification. So here also you selected 24, right? 24. Yeah. So once it is done, apply and save it. Only two things you need to change it, right? Later, what we need to do? We need to add the secret for the uh, your Sonar Cube, right? So let's go to that Jenkins system. So come down, there is a name called Sonar, right? Just come down, or you can go to top. Yeah. Are you able to see it? There is a Sonar Cube server. So just select it here add the sonar cube. Name you need to see this while giving, make sure that the name is mandatory. Okay. The same name you're going to do it. And the URL, I'm going to use this one. It is already mentioned here default. Okay. Same thing you can do it. So I'm going to use it. So the token we need to add it, right? Just go to add global. And so we need to select the token, right? Now we can select the secret text. Okay. Next, the ID, I'm going to use it Sonar token. This is very important. While ID should be proper, the same name, we are going to use it in the pipeline also. Okay, now let's go back to copy and paste it in the secret file, our token, whatever we have generated, right? The same token we need to paste it here. Just create a token. And once you created, just click this option, Sonar Cube token, apply and save it. So the integration is completed. Okay, how do we test it? Let me show it in the while doing the pipeline running only. Okay, now Node.js integration, Node.js also we have configured it, and SonarCube also done it, and we are waiting for the cluster to be up, and we need to integrate our SSH also. Let me do it. Okay, so now the last one is integration between our GitHub to the our Jenkins. So we'll create the one of the pipeline here. I'll say that create a job, and I'll create my pipeline select it and okay. And discard the old builds. Okay, what you can do, if there is a old builds, if you required, keep it only 3. Remaining all should be deleted. That is also you can able to use it. Come down. So here there is a 2 things. Build periodically, that means use a scheduler, right? If you wanted to daily once, if you wanted to build it, you can able to select it and build after other project. So if you have a multiple projects, you can use it build after one by one. And other than is full SCM. Okay. So anything if the developer has been changed it, use this full SCM. So that is also you can able to use it. Whenever there is a commit, automatically this full SCM it is going to be trigger. Then the last one is pipeline. So here you can able to use it using your pipeline script from the SCM. Maybe you can able to use Git and Jenkins file, you need to write it down. This is a one way. Other one is pipeline from the script. So this is the one you can going to write your pipeline script directly. No need to integrate your SCM, I mean Git, all those things. If you want, you can able to use it. That is also. But this is also you can able to use it. Just whatever you are doing, right? Same thing you need to paste it in the your in the GitHub also, right? So I'm going to use a pipeline script. I'll just save, apply and save it. Let's keep it. Right now we are not done till we are waiting for the cluster to be ready. In the meantime, um, let's yeah, let's do it later. Let's wait for the cluster to be up. If you have any questions, please let me know now because we have a time next 5 minutes at least.
No, sir.
And in the meantime, let's try to show the default sample hello world pipeline. So this is what you need to write it down manually. Okay. So you need to know these stages. So if you have a multiple right now, we are having a stages, right? If you go back to here, there is a stages, right? Okay. Same thing you need to write a stages. Okay. For example, code quality, Docker build, security, push to ECR, deploy to EKS. Same thing in the stage you need to write it down so that you will get to know you are in which stage. Okay. And steps you can leave it. You need to write it down later. But the mandate is under the stages, you need to use stage called what stage you are going to do it. Is it scanning? Is it your cloning? Everything you need to write it down. I have already have a pipeline script. I've already mentioned, but make sure that this is mandatory. This four things. You can just apply and save it, and you can able to build it. This is simple pipeline, right? Obviously, this is going to be pass. There is no nothing content, right? This will be pass. And if you need pipeline syntax also, it is available. I think I've already explained it, how we can able to generate it, all those things, right? For example, echo, if you wanted to print any uh, test, okay, how we can able to echo in the year. This is how you need to use it in the pipeline, okay? So there is a lot of things are there. If you wanted to run batch script and delete the workspaces, also it is possible. Most of the things it is already covered here, so you need to use it. If you want sonar cube preparation, okay, just use it. This will give the, this is how you can able to use the sonar cube with the tokens, environment, everything. And so if with the credentials also you can able to use it, how we can able to bind it. We're already using a global variables, that's fine, not required. But you should know if you are stuck anywhere, if you do not know how to use it, you can come to here, you can try it. Maybe it is already integrated here only, pipeline syntax. And the stages also it is available. It shows. In the meantime, I can install it plugin called pipeline so that it will shows properly. Let me do it. Pipeline stage. Yeah. So this will shows the stages properly. You can install this plugins also. And what all the plugins is available, you can just go through it. For example, I wanted to know the AWS all plugins, right? So it will show here. For example, AWS credential, right? Using access key, secret key, that is also possible. And other than IAM, okay, cloud formation, okay, SQS, anything if you wanted to integrate your Jenkins, it is all available. You need to just select it and you need to run it. Without these plugins, it is not possible to create any of the resource. For example, EC2, right? Just select it and install it. Okay, many are there. All most of the services they are already included the your uh, the pipe what we call it plugins. Okay, select and just try to install it. And if you want uh, related to Docker, right? Just type it Docker also. So Docker also it is available Docker pipelines. Okay, and Docker. That's fine. So there is Aqua for the security scan also you can able to use it. Azure Container Service, and many things. So if you wanted to integrate any of the things, you will have an option here. You need to just select it and you need to run it. So these are all one setup, one time setup. So you need to do it only one time, not all the times. Okay. If you want EKS, okay, for EKS tokens also it is available. Just install it. Okay, anything, any tools, if you wanted to integrate, obviously you need to install the plugins. Okay, that is, do not forget it. Okay, our cluster is ready. Just go and refresh it here also. And let's go to Elastic Kubernetes services. From here also, we are able to see the cluster. Okay, and let's go to that container registry ECR. So ECR also, as of now, nothing. Okay, if you go to that private registry, so there is no repo. So we are going to do it end to end. Now, what we are going to do, let's integrate between the GitHub to your Jenkins. For that, okay, before that, what we can do, there is some output here. What is that? That's fine. Let's integrate it first. So for that, what we need to do, let's verify it kubectl get nodes. So if you type it, you will get the is you are able to see the nodes, right? Kubectl get all. Okay. So these are all this is our Kubernetes cluster. There is nothing, right? Okay. That means it is already working fine. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to integrate with our Jenkins. For that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to generate the SSH key. Okay. So you need to use this key to generate the key. Just hit enter. And now, so I'm going to start this agent. So by default, I'm going to add it in the background. This is going to be always run this PID. I'm going to copy the public IP. Sorry, not public IP. It's public key. So this is available under this folder only. Just copy, go to your GitHub, go to that settings. There is a settings called here. And left side, you will be able to see that SSH and GPG key. So delete the old one and create a new. And here just type it SSH. Any name you can give it. That is not a problem. Save it. So once you've done it, so we need to test it, right? There is a communication is happening or not, right? Let's go to verify the email. Let's get the OTP. Okay. Let me to check this connectivity. Okay. There is a command. Okay. So here is a command to verify it. Just ssh-t git@github.com. Just make it test one time. So it is saying, "I Manjunath, you have successfully authenticated your GitHub," right? You can try it anytime. It is already success. So the connectivity is happened. Now we need to create the repo, right? So let me close this. It will down because we are already stopped it. That's fine. We'll create the repo. So what is the repo we can call it? We can call it as a Node.js application. I'll just keep it Node.js short and I'll create a repository. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to initiate it, everything here. So whatever it is there. So now let's me go to here, ls. So we have created a my app, right? Just go to my app folder, ls. So these are all our files, right? Our application files, right? Now let's try to push to our GitHub. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the one of the readme file and I'm going to initiate it, git init. So once it is git init is done, you need to add all the files, right? Whatever there is a files here, okay? All files I'm going to move to staging area using git add that. Now I'm going to commit it. So I'll say that git commit. Then let me go back to here. You need to select it here, HTTPS and SSH. Select the SSH. Okay. Now I'm going to add to master. I'll execute it and then come back to here. So I'm just pushing. Okay. Just come to your GitHub. Just refresh it. All files, it will come to your GitHub. Okay. Now this is how we can able to integrate it, right? Now we wanted to check that application, right? So we are not created any Docker file, anything. The same this using this all the files locally, it is working, right? Local this file, it was working, right? How
Yes,
do
sir.
we check it? Using the pipeline also, right? Now what I'm going to do, let's go to that your pipeline, configure it. I have a pipeline. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go to pipeline and just remove all the stages. So I'm going to explain it what I have written it here. So the same thing, right? Pipeline isn't any. That means any of the node we are running. Okay, that means right now we are having only one Jenkins server, so that the it is going to be run it on the any of our node. Okay, that means your pipeline it is going to be running on the any of the nodes. Tools I'm going to use it Node.js. Did you able to see it in the tool section? We have created a node 24. So this should be a matches to your machine, whatever we have configured in the tool, right? And stages, right? Under the stages, we are going to use a checkout, right? So for this, what we are going to do, we are going to use the steps and the git branch and the branch name, right? So here is a my branch name and here is my link. Now what I'm going to do, let me go back to here. So here there is a URL, right? So this is a very old URL. I'm going to just change to my application. Okay. So this is a one stage. So what it will do, it will go to your GitHub and it will check out with this branch. Okay. And it will install the dependency. Okay. npm install, build and test. It will do the npm test, run the application. Okay. This is going to be running on the background. Okay. Using the command called pm2 stuff. If it is already existing, that it will delete it if there is a existing one, and it will start your app. Okay. And it will save it. So this is what it will do. Simple. Any doubt on these stages?
No, sir.
The simple way, right? What we have
Yes,
done it
sir.
in the manually, same thing we are doing. Okay. That is why you should know the manual steps. At least you should know the simple application to run it. Now I'm going to just build it. Okay. If you are faced any errors, you need to troubleshoot it. Which stage? If it is failed, you need to go to that log, you need to verify it. Okay. If it is fail also, not a problem. Okay, we can troubleshoot it. Not a problem. Now we are just try to run it using the pipeline, our application. Right. Okay, so it is saying that success, right? Let's go to logs, console output. So if it is success means what we have written the script, it is fine. It is working fine. See our application, it is already running. Okay, let's go and refresh the page. Are you able to see it? Okay, are you able to see my the application is working or not? It is working, right?
So,
Okay. So now this is a one thing is happened, right? Our application is everything is running. Now we need to integrate with our Sonar Cube, right? So now what I'm going to do, let's go back to here. I'll configure it again. I'm going to add the more stages. Okay. I'll just close this, delete it. And again, I'll change the link. Okay. So from again, same thing. I'm not going to change anything here. Okay. Check out. So here I'm just using Git. Okay. So this is a one more way. Okay. So we already know it. There is a master branch, everything. I'm just using this way also you can able to use it. And again, install, build and test. Okay. Stage. Are you able to see it? Sonar Cube analysis. So with the Sonar Cube environment, so we have created a Sonar server, right? This should be a
yes, sir.
matches. Okay. And your Sonar token. These two should be a matches. Then only this stage it will run it. Otherwise, you will get a error. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. These are all the script. Okay. That means it is going to be run on this path and it will create the project and the in the host of the URL and token, everything it is going to be. So these are all the Linux command. And these are all, it is related to your Sonar Cube's script only. So how do we get it? Again, you need to go to that pipeline syntax. You need to try to write it down. Okay. And if you come down, stage, the last one, we are going to restart the services. Okay. If there is any, there is no packages PM2, then it will install it. And if there is, I'll describe it. I'll start the application. And post, it will shows a success or failed. That is what it is going to be shows. So then I'm going to just apply, save it. Then I'm going to build it here. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages, right? There is a one more stages, it is going to be added. If you are observed it here. Are you able to see it? There is a Sonar Cube analysis failed, right? So why this is failed? Let's go to and go to console output and come down. So it is saying that no tool Sonar scanner found. Okay, just copy this one. Go to your settings, tools. Okay, come down below. There is a Sonar Cube, right? Are you able to see it? We have not configured it. Just add it, Sonar scanner, and the installation. Just save it. Apply and save it. There is nothing. Then go back to your Jenkins, run it once. Build now. See now it passed, right? This stage, it will shows, it will go to next stage. In the meantime, let's go to your GitHub, sorry, SonarCube server. You will see that your project here. Go to project, it will shows here. Let's wait. Yeah. Are you able to see it? There is a my app.
Uh, yes, sir.
Okay. Inside here, you will see that all the vulnerabilities details. See? overall code details, bugs, vulnerability, security hotspots, debate, okay, and all the details it will show. Here only we will see that all the details. Okay, if there is any concern, everything it is going to be shows. So this is a quality gate status. If there is anything, it will shows here. Any bugs issue, vulnerability, everything. So this is how we can able to integrate it. Okay. Now let me go back to here. See, that means all our stages is completed, right? So that is also done, right? Now what is the stage? We need to we need to build the image, right? Right. Now what I'm going to do, let's go to that GitHub. So I'll create the file called Docker file here. So we are already created a Docker file, right? Okay. The same thing I'm going to use it. Okay. I'll just commit it. So this Docker file should be there in your GitHub only one time. I'm showing step by step. Otherwise, I can able to do it everything. Okay. Now I'll add the one more steps here for the building. So I'm going to do it entire setup now. Build and it should be a publish to your EKS cluster. That is what I'm going to do it. Let's go back to here. Go to configure. I'm just adding the stages one by one. Okay. Let's come back to here. So now there is no changes right here. And here I have done some changes. Okay. What is the changes? So my AWS account ID, because I wanted to build, I wanted to push to ECR repo, right? So there is a some account ID should be there. 5195. This is my account ID, right? So I have added and region. So we are in the correct region, right? US East 1, right? This is the one you need to add it. And ECR repo name, my app. Okay, if you're able to go to private repo, there is no my repo, my app something, right? So I'm going to create it. And the latest image tag is latest. What is the cluster name? My cluster one, right? Just make it one because my cluster it is not working. We have created a my cluster one. You need to make the changes here, and you can keep it. These are all the default, like deployment name, service name, and namespaces. And come down below. So there is a stages. So again, I'm going to use it. Checkout, right? Let me copy this one, and I'll change it only for this point. Remaining, keep it everything same. Okay, no need to do anything here. This is going to be git clone the all the repo. This is the one stage. Again, npm build and test sonar cube. Okay, this is also it is going to be what is the name sonar server you are used, right? Same. Okay, let's see if we get error. Let's see. Okay, this is a sonar. Are you able to see it? Build and Docker image. So this is going to be build the images and the push to ECR. This is going to be push to your ECR. What I have mentioning here. So it is saying that this is going to be create the repo. Okay, if it is already exists, no problem. Otherwise, it will create the repository name called my app with the region name. Okay, and it will log in it. There is a login. How we can able to log in, right? So there is a repo and it will tag it and it will push to your ECR repo. Then I'm going to deploy into the your EKS cluster. So here I've already mentioned, right? Steps. So this is going to be updated, your cluster name, everything, update in the kube config, and it will see the default space, or if you wanted to create a new space also, it is going to be created. If there is no default, it will create it. And we are going to deploy it. So we are going to deploy in the EKS cluster, right? So for deployment, I'm going to use it API versions, deployment, and metadata. I'm going to use it from the top, whatever I mentioned, right? Deployment name and this namespaces, everything, and replica sets and your application name, everything I passed in the environment variable. Same thing I'm going to take it here. Okay. Services, I'm going to expose it in the load balancer. And post, it will show us if it is failed. Just apply and save it. Okay. I'm going to just run it. So these are all the stages I have done it. So another 3 stages it is going to be added here. Again, if there is a failure, don't worry, just go to logs and see the error. So if it is failed, then you are going to learn it. If there is no failure, then you will not able to see where there is a failure. Maybe only success is fine, but sometimes you should be face troubleshooting also, right? See, now it is created a build Docker images stages. Once this is completed, we'll go and we'll see that the image created or not in the ECR. Let's go to logs. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, no problem. It is building. Okay, the image is building. As of now, if you are able to see it, Docker build, it is downloading, it is creating, removed intermediate containers. Okay, that's fine. Running in the containers. Still, it is not pushed. Let's wait for a year. Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
It is logged in and pushed to your ECR. So, see, whatever you are doing manually, right? Same steps you need to add it in the your pipeline, right? So we're able to see the my app. Under that, there is a latest. If there is any new changes also, it is going to be created like version 1, version 2, like that. So the manual step, you should know it. Without that, it is very tough. Okay, if you're able to see it, so this is also completed. That means now our EKS cluster also, it is already deployed. Okay, what I can do, let me go to load balancer. Let me access the application. Copy this DNS, just paste it. So let's wait for some time. In the meantime, what you can do, you can check it inside the server also, kubectl get all. If there is any images issue or running, you'll see it here. Okay, it is running. There is no issue with the pods, and load balancer is created. Deployment, everything it is created. So let's wait for to come up in the DNS name. So in the meantime, let's go back to here. The pipeline also it is success. Are you able to see it? The stages added, another three, build, push. So each stage, if you are mentioned it, so that troubleshooting is very easy for you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Breakdown.
Yeah. Okay. Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
So the application is up and running. Okay. The final stage is we need to add the image scanning, right? So the image should be scanning it, right? Scan it, right? So for that, I'm going to add it. I'm going to add the scan stage. So same thing, I'm going to do it. There is no changes here. Only thing is, again, I'll verify it here one more time. The cluster one, you need to modify it because I've changed it. And repo, I need to change it. Okay. You need to just cloning and come down. There is no changes. It is required. No changes in the Sonar Cube. Docker build, no changes. Scanning the Docker images, no changes. ECR, nothing. Deploy to your EKS, there is no changes. And S. Okay, only thing is stages we have added. Where we are added scanning, push to your EKS. Okay. Are you able to see it? Scan Docker images. So once the image is built using Trivy tool, this is going to be scan it. Okay. So let me apply and save it. And let's run it. Okay. So it is saying something is failed, right? Okay, something is error. Line number 6. Let me go back, configure pipeline 20. It's fine. Let me build it once. Okay, something is wrong. It is saying workflow 173, unexpected 173. Are you able to see it? There is a something is wrong in the line number 173. Let's go to
Yes, sir.
173. Uh, configure pipeline. There is no issue. Let me go back to the logs again. Okay, maybe this is a one issue. open bracket something is problem. Let me do it. There is a missing configure. You should close it and build now. Okay, if something is issue also, small issue, this is going to be, but anyway, you'll see the logs, everything, right? So using that logs, you can able to do the R&D also, where you are mistake, done the mistakes, everything. Any questions till now? So that means we have completed till year security scan, right? Source code checkout, dependency install, unit test. That means it is going to be check it locally. Code quality, Docker
Quality.
build, security scan using Trivi, push to your ECR and deploy to EKS cluster. This is the entire setup. This is the tool you need to tell. Some people they will ask you that multiple environment also, right? Okay, that is also possible. Okay, so this you need to explain it how you have deployed your application onto the EKS cluster. You need to explain it. You need to clone your code. You need to install the dependencies and the unit test you need to do for the code quality, vulnerability, everything. You need to build it. You need to scan the images. You need to push it, then deploy into the staging
Okay.
productions EKS. So two environment you need to share while doing in the while do while practicing or while expressing to someone with the interviewer. You need to mention two environment. If you say they will ask you multiple times, you are not going to do it directly onto the production environment. Mandatory, there is a two, at least mandatory two environment will be there in the company. First, sir, we are going to do it in the staging. Once it is success, we'll deploy into the production. That is what you need
Product.
to tell.
Sir.
So tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the monitoring tool. Okay. So same thing, same tool, I'm going to use it. Okay. A while because you are going to monitor it everything in the EKS cluster. Okay. So I'm going to cover it Prometheus and Grafana, right? So then the entire your DevOps tool I'm going to complete it. I'm just go through the your final your course content also. We'll see it if there is any missing after completing tomorrow. Okay, we'll see it. So the same steps. So once you done the application, right, you need to monitor it, right? So for that, I'm going to cover it your Prometheus and Grafana, right? Monitoring is very important if you want to do anything. So I'm going to cover it some other uh, tools also tomorrow. Same pipeline I'm going to use it. I'm not going to use it any other. I'll use it same, and I'll show it you what all the things I've added extra stages and how we can able to monitor our Kubernetes cluster application everything. Okay. Any doubt for the CI/CD setup?
No, sir.
Yeah. See, if you're able to see it, it is success.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whatever I given the notes, I'm going to give it tomorrow. Just copy and paste it without error and try to do it manually later. Okay, you try it on any other application. Okay, but
Okay, sir.
whatever I'm going to give the notes, try to do it blindly first. You will get some confidence. Then do it one by one stage. One by one stage, try to add and try to do it. Same how I have done it. First, uh, till code quality, you can do it. Next, add the build Docker image, then scan, push to ECR. Okay, then EKS cluster that you can do it. Okay. So let's wind up for today's session. Let's catch up tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.